konnichiwa. Weather's lovely. Welcome to Suzuka. Love this place. Simply one of the greatest racing tracks in the world. Welcome to Paddock Pass, the Japanese Grand Prix edition. That man over there, Sebastian Vettel, loves this track and comes here high after winning the Singapore Grand Prix. And it was a return to the Sebastian Vettel of old. I said during the broadcast, it's like someone got the 2013 Sebastian Vettel, found him covered in dust in a cupboard, brought him out, dusted him off, put him on the track, toying with the opposition, using his mind, backing the field up, using strategy, looking after his tyres, and then just when he needed to, bang on the pace. Phenomenal drive. I mean, properly good. As I put it to him when we arrived here, that was more like it. That's like the Sebastian Vettel that tied up 4 consecutive World Championships. How good did Singapore feel to you? Because it looked to us like a kind of a classic Sebastian Vettel victory, like sort of the heydays of your World Championships.
Thank you. It felt very good, obviously. It was, the car really came alive Saturday night, and we were able to carry that also into the race. The pace was there, so we could manage. I think it was a, very tactical race in many ways, but we always had the upper hand, so it was seamless weekend.
What does it say about the way you're driving and the way in which you've integrated into the team and the way that the team's performed as well, that despite the dominance of Mercedes, you're now just 7 points behind Nico Rosberg and really breathing down his neck?
Well, what does it say? You should have, you should ask the team. I don't know. I'm enjoying. Obviously, it's not so long that I joined, and I think we had a great season so far, better than anyone could expect. So lots of positives, but we also know that there's still a long way to go. Despite the good results we've had already, we want more. So. We are, I think, willing to take this road and work hard, but you also need to be a little bit patient and give us some time. But as I said, I think things are coming together.
In the driver market that promised so much and has delivered so little, Force India became the latest team to reconfirm their drivers, same ones as this year for next year. Sergio Perez finally confirmed at the team this morning. Good news for Force India. They've got 2 quality drivers on their hands with Perez and Hulkenberg. So we spoke to Perez about doing the deal, what it means for him and his future. And we also spoke to Nico Hulkenberg, who finished the Singapore Grand Prix early after confrontation with Felipe Massa, for which he was handed a 3-place grid drop for the Japanese Grand Prix. We've seen you've accepted responsibility for the incident in Singapore. I still think it was 50-50. I'll be honest with you. I think it was 50. I think you've been very gracious in admitting defeat on that one. If you could play it again, would you give more room?
Yes, definitely. I mean, of course, it's racing, and it is probably a racing incident. But he's on the inside, I'm on the outside. I'm the only one who can avoid the accident because I have space and track on my right side. And if I take that, I think I will still have the position and continue my race. So, therefore, I took the responsibility and admit it was a bit of a misjudgment from my side. But that's put behind me now. We move on and attack here again this weekend.
Given that usually if stewards are investigating something during the race and they believe the party that's at fault to be the driver that's out of the race, they say it'll be investigated after the race. Have you had an explanation yet as to why it wasn't investigated after the race and why you weren't allowed to give your views on the incident to the stewards?
No. It would be good if you can find that out for me.
But it's got to be a worry for you as a racing driver that, where's the consistency in whether you're called to give evidence or not?
Well, but that's it sometimes, The stewards must have felt so confident that it was my responsibility and I was at fault that they gave the penalty straight away. And, there's no point looking back now and wasting the energy. We'll just take it and move on. 3-place
grid drop here. Car should go well, though. It should be suited to this one.
I think so too. Last time we've been on similar tracks was Spa and Silverstone, where we introduced the B-Spec car, and the car has been really performing quite well on these kind of tracks. So I'm curious to go out there tomorrow and feel what it's like, but we should be okay to score some more points here.
Congratulations, finally it's announced that you'll be back here next year. Was there ever any doubt that you would be back?
No, I don't think. I never had doubts, but in the past I have some bad experiences with contracts, so it's always good to secure where you're going to drive for next year.
There was a lot of talk that you might be off somewhere else. Did you have any negotiations with other teams?
Not really that deep, but there was some interest from other teams, which is good. No? It's something good to have as a driver, and I decided to stay here. I think this is the best place for me for next year, so I was quite convinced on that one.
You've come into a rich vein of form over this year. What is it about this team that's allowed you to progress, to develop as a driver?
It is a great team. Obviously, my experience with the team it is my second year. Last year it was a bit of an unfortunate one with a bit of incidents that we lost a couple of points. But if you see my run that I had from the second half of the season up to now has been quite strong. So I see no reason why I cannot keep that until the third year with the team.
And a lot of that's had to do with the updated B-Spec car. How optimistic are you for this weekend?
Yeah, I'm very optimistic. I think we can really keep the momentum, and that will be the target for all of us. You know, I think we are fifth right now in the constructors. Red Bull seems to be a bit far away, and the very least that we can do is to maintain the fifth position, and that's something big for us. You know, we have to really maintain our momentum. Toro Rosso, you have the Lotus that are really quick and they're not easy to beat, so we really have to keep maximizing everything what we have.
So it's your first Singapore Grand Prix, you're a lap down, you recover to stand ahead of your teammate and well within the points, and the team asks you to give the position to your teammate. I would have said no as well. It's Max Verstappen. After the last race, which meme or video of you saying no did you enjoy the most?
I think it was the one you said on Twitter.
Which one was that? The Dr. Evil one?
Yeah, I think it was that one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like there was one from a Dutch coffee house, and it said, Max, would you like a low-calorie latte? And then underneath, just no, with about 5 exclamation marks after it.
Yeah, I'm not really into coffee and lattes, and I'm not really into it. So, I mean, it was true.
Look, you've become a bit of a cult hero after that, you know, for standing up for yourself. And the comments after you that your dad said if you hadn't have done that, he'd have kicked you in the balls. Yeah, possibly. Would you take the same decision again if the team this time explained it better?
To be honest, I don't think so. If they explained it to me better during the race, would have been a different story. And that's what we cleared after the race, and that's what we will do next time.
You've been a very exciting guy to watch race all year. How much are you looking forward to racing here at, you know, a proper driver's circuit?
I'm really looking forward to it. It's just a shame that Suzuka has such a long straight. I mean, they should have made some chicanes. It would be better for us, but no, it's a great track. I really enjoyed it last year. Of course, it will be different again this year. I mean, I didn't do that many laps. New car for me again. So yeah, it will be a build weekend again.
How worried are you about the talk from Red Bull that if they can't find engines for next year, they will pull out of the sport?
Well, of course, it's a bit worrying, but I don't think it's only from the driver's side, but also in general for F1. I don't think it will be a good thing. So, yeah, we have to see how we're going to deal with that. And, I mean, I have a contract with Red Bull, and from there on we'll see what happens.
Jenson Button, will he still be a Formula One driver in 2016? It is the question that's been on everyone's lips. Well, pretty much all year, but especially so coming here into this race where many were expecting him to announce his retirement. He didn't announce his retirement, but what will he be doing next year, and will he give us that elusive answer? So no news as yet. You're not going to let us know, are you?
Actually, I saved it all up for you.
Oh, bless you. Go for it.
Well,
shoot.
You. No other news, sorry to say.
Built me up and you tore me down.
I know. That's what I do.
If it was to come to an end at the end of this year, would you be at peace with it?
The decision that is made by the team and myself will be the right decision, and it'll be a decision that we'll both be happy with, and that's all I can say at the moment.
Your words recently have not been as positive as they once were about the sport. Has it changed to a point where you're no longer enjoying it?
There are moments where you don't enjoy it. I think that's the same for anyone in their job, and even people when they have hobbies. There's certain times when they don't enjoy it. I'm here to fight. I want to fight for victories. I want to fight for podiums and be in the mix. And when you're not there, it hurts after a while. But if you can see light and you can see the future unfolding and being positive, that's exciting and that's joyful. So there's a lot going through my head and also through the team, but we've had some good conversations, so that's all I can say.
Last year, the end of the season, were you going to get retained, were you not going to get retained, left you in a position which, if you don't mind me saying, many of us don't think you should have been in as a world champion, to be uncertain of your future. How much is this decision about you taking control of the situation rather than being left with nothing, which is something you don't deserve?
This is completely different to last year. It couldn't be more different than last year. So no, it's a great position to be in. So the team and myself, as I said, we've been working together for so many years now. And obviously last year wasn't so enjoyable. It's a difficult situation for everyone. This year is very different. So, whatever happens will be the right decision.